initially we're going to need some kindling. We're going to need some smaller stuff, you know, something like this stuff here, this dead stuff. That would be a good thing. But like these branches, you know, they're really big. And what we might do is like put that, if we were in a survival situation, put that in the middle of a fire, burn the end, and then like cross it, like burn it in half. Like I'm not gonna waste my effort to cut this in half. If we were wanting a big fire, like an armload an hour, like something you can carry, that's gonna be a pretty sufficient amount. Mm-hmm. But never hurts to have more wood. But if we're burning energy, mm-hmm. like we're limited on energy because right now you don't have food. And if I'm in a survival situation, I'm not going to deal with cutting anything like that big. Like if it's like laying on the ground right here, I'll do it. But I'm not going to like make an effort. I'm not going to
chop down
that tree right there. Perfect. No.
Especially this time of year, you don't know what's dead and what's not.
So, like in East Texas, it's hard to know what's dead and what's not. But if it's laying on the ground like this, you know it's dead. But like this is really rotted
And wet.
and wet. So this is like you want to make smoke. This is a good smoke branch, but it wouldn't be a great starting fire. So initially what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have our resources right next door. Like we're going to want kindling, and then we're going to want a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger dry. And then go, you know, okay, now eventually once we have a raging fire, we can like stick this on the outside of the fire and let it dry out. Mm-hmm. But like, why am I going to waste my effort, you know, getting it out?
So let's talk just a little bit about traveling down here. If I wanted to go across that creek, anybody see a way to get across that creek?
A log.
Yeah, that's pretty good natural bridge. The other thing is what's sitting near that stump. Can anybody see that? The stump where that thing right there, it's a toothpaste tube. Oh. It showed up during the flash flood the other day. But what does that tell you if you're sitting out here and you're not real sure where you're at? What's it tell you when you find toothpaste tubes, and if you look around, there's a few fresh beer cans laying out in here?
That means somebody's close by.
Upstream there's people, mm-hmm. or at least a garbage dump that you might pilfer through to find more resources.
If we're planning to spend the night, mm-hmm. I'm not going to cuddle up next to that creek. I'm going to try to be somewhere up above that creek, and you know, if it rains like it rained last week, mm-hmm. yeah, I might choose to like move my dwelling, my structure up higher instead of being right next to the water. We're gonna punch out at 5, right? We're getting rescued at 5. That's when dinner's served, you know. So, and the more we're working, and like we're maybe a little bit on the chilled side right now, mm-hmm. we're gonna kind of gather, and you know, like John had said, we're gonna appoint a leader. Button, and you see, and kind of feel that paper? Feeling that paper kind of rough? What you're gonna do is you're just like pop, 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 pop. You can, yeah, there you go. Now just hold it up there for him and let him see the flame a second. So it's super hot. You know, use that, kind of move around and just keep it in kind of one area and let that area kind of get really hot, and then move to the next area and just kind of moving it around. That method of fire lighting? It's definitely easy.
Yep. Yeah. These are fuel ration. They're old Army surplus stuff. Been around a long time. And these probably date back to Vietnam. Just touch it. That's all you got to do. That should do it. It's really designed to be able to take, I think it says 3 of them. And what you do is you make a little trench 3 or 4 inches deep. Put 2 of those in there, light it, sit your canteen cup or your cup on top, and it should bring it to a boil in that length of time.
See the light? An airplane, that is a huge thing. Especially like the guys up in Alaska, they're wearing night vision goggles. That's like boink, 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 boink. And these are like 10 or 12 hour things once you get them lit, you know, probably a good 8. Now I'm not gonna stand here and wave it like this, but you hear noise, or even like this, if somebody's looking for you from the sky and they're looking down and they see that, you know, that light's gonna travel through the trees a lot better than other things. Soup secrets. So again, just something warm, something that you can use to warm yourself up. Cup that you guys have been using already today, and see it sits right down inside a Nalogen bottle. So you've got a source of water, you've got waterproof matches, got paracord. I put fire starter inside of a vacuum sealed bag. That's going to be dry when a lot of things around you isn't dry. A little bit of a snack, again, not a lot. Compass, even more matches. This is the ticket in Alaska. Bug spray. Got little bits of sugar that actually taste good, so if you wanted to put that in your water, you know, that kind of thing. This is not a really big medical kit, but there is a few things in there. I'm not going to take this out, but can you read what's on that?
Emergency aid checklist.
All that information is all just in there. You know, if you're really smart, you take something like this, laminate it, and you put like how to build a fire, how to do some signaling. You know, these type of things could be the difference between whether it's a uncomfortable night in the woods and you're okay, or you have some worse type of situation.